The night was colder than usual. A thin fog crawled across the broken highway, wrapping itself around abandoned cars like a ghost. Alex sat inside the truck, gripping the steering wheel. The engine was off. Silence filled the world around him. Not the peaceful kind, the dangerous kind. In this new world, silence usually meant one of two things. Either nothing was there, or something was watching. Alex slowly looked into the rear-view mirror. The empty road stretched behind him for miles. The same road he had walked weeks before when everything collapsed. Cities burned. Sirens screamed. People ran through the streets. And then the dead started walking. Alex took a slow breath and whispered to himself, "All right, let's move." He turned the key and the truck engine roared to life. The sudden sound shattered the silence of the night. Alex froze for a moment. That noise could travel far. Too far. But he had no choice. Fuel was low and food was even lower. He needed to reach the next town before sunrise. The headlights cut through the fog as the truck rolled forward, slowly passing rows of abandoned vehicles. Some cars had the doors open. Others still had bags tied to the roof. People had tried to escape when everything started. Most of them never made it. Suddenly something moved in the middle of the road. Alex slammed the brakes and the truck stopped hard. A figure stood in the fog, not moving. Just standing there. His heart started beating faster. "Please don't be," he whispered. The figure stepped forward into the light. Gray skin. Sunken eyes. Its jaw hung loosely open. A zombie. Alex grabbed the metal wrench lying beside the seat. The creature slowly walked toward the truck, dragging one leg behind it. Another shadow appeared behind it. Then another. 3, maybe 4 shapes moving through the fog. More figures began emerging from the darkness. Alex cursed quietly. The engine had attracted them. He slammed the truck into gear and pushed the gas. The vehicle jumped forward. The first zombie slammed into the bumper and rolled under the wheels. Others stumbled aside as the truck forced its way through them. Alex looked into the mirror and felt his stomach drop. Dozens of zombies were emerging from the fog behind him. The highway was not empty at all. It was crawling with the dead. He pressed harder on the gas, weaving between abandoned cars. The fuel gauge blinked red. Almost empty. Come on," he muttered. Then he saw it, a roadside sign barely visible in the fog. Gas station 2 kilometers. Hope flickered inside him. If the place still had fuel he could keep moving. If not, he was finished. A few minutes later the small station appeared in the distance. 2 fuel pumps and a tiny shop beside the road. Everything was dark. Too dark. The place looked untouched. Alex parked the truck behind the building and shut off the engine immediately. Silence returned once again. He grabbed his backpack, a flashlight, and the wrench before stepping outside. Cold air hit his face. The smell of gasoline mixed with something worse. Rot. He moved slowly toward the shop door. It was slightly open. That was never a good sign. Cold air hit his face. The smell of gasoline mixed with something worse. Rot. He moved slowly toward the shop door. It was slightly open. That was never a good sign. The door creaked as he pushed it. Inside the shelves were half empty. Someone had been here before. Alex moved quickly, stuffing canned food and bottles of water into his bag. Then he heard it, a faint scratching noise behind the counter. Alex froze. His flashlight slowly pointed toward the sound. Something moved. A weak voice whispered from the darkness. "Help." Alex stepped closer and looked behind the counter. A man lay on the floor with a badly injured leg. Blood had soaked through a poorly wrapped bandage. You're alive?" the man said weakly. Alex nodded. "How long have you been here?" "2 days, maybe 3, the man answered. The man pointed toward the window. "They keep coming at night," he whispered. Alex looked outside and saw shapes moving in the fog. More zombies wandering near the station. "There's a safe place north of here," the man continued. "An old factory. Survivors live there. They have walls, guards, even electricity." For the first time in weeks Alex felt something he had almost forgotten. Hope. But then the man grabbed his arm. "You need to leave," the man said quietly. "Now." "Why?" Alex asked. The man slowly lifted his sleeve. A fresh bite mark was visible on his arm. Alex stepped back immediately. "Yeah, I know," the man said with a tired smile. Outside the window something slammed against the glass. A zombie. Another crash hit the window. The glass began to crack. The man handed Alex a folded map. "Factory, 30 kilometers north," he whispered. Then he gave Alex a small key. "Truck behind the station. Full tank." "You sure?" Alex asked. The man nodded slowly. "I won't need it." The windows shattered as zombies pushed inside. Alex grabbed the map and ran out the back door. Behind the station stood an old pickup truck. Alex unlocked it quickly and jumped inside. The fuel gauge showed a full tank. The engine roared to life and zombies began stumbling toward the sound. Alex slammed the gas and the truck shot onto the highway. Miles passed as the road grew darker and narrower. Then suddenly he saw something in the distance. Lights. Tall walls appeared ahead. Towers. Armed guards. A voice shouted from above. "Stop the truck." Spotlights blinded him as the gates slowly opened. For the first time since the world collapsed, Alex stepped into a place full of living people. A woman with a rifle approached him. "Welcome to Survivor Colony 7, she said. But her expression turned serious as she looked beyond the walls into the dark forest. "If the dead followed you here," she said quietly, "we may have a problem." Far away in the darkness, a massive horde of zombies slowly moved toward the lights of the colony. The night was far from over.